Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another Thursday Night Thunder. Tonight's action comes to you from Atlanta. It will be a 7-tire race, 60% fuel. Each driver will have one quick repair. I see we already got some people in the chat. I see you there, Curtis. I see you there, Distorted. Let me get you a shout out. I'm sure we'll see it fill up nice and quick. We do have 15 minutes of practice tonight before we get to qualifying. Take a look at the drivers here. Right now we're on Travis Swagger in the 7. Right now has a lap good enough for 6. Hey, I see you there swerving in fear. See how Mr. Parker's doing tonight. We brought him some new fans last week in that raid. Oh, wait, it didn't get you. It didn't get you. Let me give you another one. Boom. There we go. Yo, how's your night going, fam? Currently fastest in practice is Michael Kelly, 30.67. If I remember correctly, those fueled up trucks were actually really fast last year at this track. So I look for one of them to possibly get a win here tonight. Once again, Kyle K in the top 3. Let's take a look at Kyle here. Oh, and he's rocking that Boulders Gate paint job again. We love to see it. Currently has a lap good enough for 3rd fastest. Oh, we got Bugsy in here already too. I see you there, Bugsy. These guys just warming up the tires here, trying to get a feel for their truck tonight before they head out for the qualifying session. Really important to find your rhythm at this track. It's a little different in its shape than your typical super speedway. In fact, let's go ahead, pull up the track map so that way you guys can see that front stretch is just a really big loop into the circle here, and then just a tiny little straight, and then back into the loop for the for turns 1 and 2 there. So this also is a smaller track, just 1.5 miles compared to Daytona or your Talladega, which are bigger. Daytona being 2.5. I think Talladega is 2.8. But definitely a smaller super speedway here tonight. Hey, absolutely, guys. I appreciate you guys being in here so quick. You guys are freaking legendary. Let's take a look at Andrew Clough here in the 22. Do we have Jason Blaney? We do have Jason Blaney. I'm curious if his number is 22 again tonight like it was last week. Dega's 2.66. There you go. I was a little off. I knew Dega was definitely a little bigger than Daytona. Hey, T Kangas, let me get you guys some shout outs here. In here nice and early tonight. I love it. Don't forget, guys, we do have a packed up cone that we will get to as soon as the live race happens. We always toke up at the start. The green flag will fly, and this green will be smoked up at the same time. Oh, snap. It didn't give Kangas the shout out. Oh, no, it did. It's Warp. Warp didn't get the shout out. There we go. My bad. My bad. Some early favorites, though. Johnny James, J.R. Miller.
I'll smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
You need no shout out. Listen, Warp. Yes, you do. You're a driver of Thursday Night Thunder, fam. We can definitely. I hear you. I hear you, Warp. We can definitely take a rip. I tell you what, we got some nice dabs on hand. We'll go ahead and rip some of that. I believe that this one's called cereal milk, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty damn good. I love it. But we can definitely take the rip for you, fam. I don't know why we're just watching this guy right now. Let's get on the action here. Oh, and 13. It's like we go to them and they immediately start wrecking. Hopefully that's not a trend for tonight. We'll jump on Johnny James here. Cheers though, fam. Did have a new follower. Hit Viper 94. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Curtis, thanks for still being here, fam. Appreciate you. Let's ride with Johnny. Take a lap with him. Ooh, look at that. Oh, and they started wrecking. My goodness. What a ride for Travis there. Got about 6 minutes left in practice here. Doesn't look like he's going to hit the track again. Only got 2 drivers on the track right now. Andrew Kla and Joe Ibarra. Take a little peek at Mr. Ibarra here, driving the Little Caesars truck. Looks like he's going to bring it down pit road. Andrew Kla out there still. Dustin Hicks coming out. He was real fast last week in that 11. Was running up front pretty much the entire day. Hey, I see you there, Superhero Shan.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
You're here now, finally. That's what we like to hear, Bonesy boy.
I'll smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin
Yo,
together.
you-
I don't give a fuck.
You hitting me with the smoke again? Ah, damn. Alright, we'll take that rip here in just a second. Yeah, we're seeing if Kyle K's on the track, but he's not at the moment. Let's see if we can look at him here in the pits. He is rocking the paint job tonight. So, you'll get to see it, I promise. Yeah, alright, Curtis. Alright, we'll take this rip. I know you want it. Is there a favorite to win this race? That's an interesting question. I wouldn't say that there's a favorite. I would say that, you know, as far as the whole team, Fueled Up is probably got a really good chance at winning one of these Atlanta races. They tend to run up front at these things for the majority of the race. Very end, something bad happens and they end up not being able to walk away with it sometimes. But still, the fact that they're usually up front knows that they definitely know how to be up front. The Fueled Up drivers, by the way, which I'm not seeing one of them, but Chris Stang is a Fueled Up driver. Let's see. Who is the other one? Michael Kelly. And I know that we're missing Jason Blaney, too. Jason Blaney. I think that's it. There might be 4. There might be 4 drivers in Fueled Up. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 4. Depends what night of the week it is for them, I guess. We do have one of those field up drivers that's actually running the show this year from the admin standpoint, throwing our yellows and stuff, so tough to know how many they have in this race. It was an open-ended question. Listen, it kind of was an open-ended question, for sure. Looks like we only got like 10 seconds left of practice here. Nate Line. Okay, that was the 4th driver. Nate Line, for sure. He's in the pits at the moment, but... All right, now we get to go into some qualifying action. So you're going to get to see some of these guys' different approaches to this track and what works and what doesn't. We'll stick with Jay Monin for the moment, as he was one of the first drivers to hit the track. Bones, she asked what number is Kyle K. You know what number Kyle K is. Oh, indeed I do, Superhero Shan. I control it all. That's why sometimes it gets a little crazy and I don't end up reading the chat. No, it's not 96, Bones. It's 24. You know that, my guy. 96 must have been the drinks that Bones has had today. My goodness. Right now, William Tozer has the fastest lap. Bill Gorman second, Jay Monin third, Andrew Clough fourth, fifth will be Michael Kelly. That one just changed. Blake Jones takes over the top spot right now. Let's jump to him. That 99. William Tozer is actually going to lose a spot as he falls 2 spots all the way back to 4th. Andrew Clough is going to have the fastest lap. Then Blake Jones, then Bill Gorman. Everybody slowing down here. Travis Swagger getting ready to do his lap. Trust me, I know Kyle K is the fan favorite. Hey, I appreciate that, Superhero Shan. Hey, Jonesy, thank you for the follow, fam. I gotta think that you're probably Blake Jones, who's currently 6th. We'll ride with Joe Ibarra here as he takes his lap. Charles Northcutt gonna have the top lap again this week. Man, he is just flying. Yeah. We'll ride with Trevor Haley here. Both of the 22s Kangas? I know that Jason Blaney is. Tyrone Carlito Bigham's here. Hey, Chris Stang's going to take over that second spot. Michael Kelly going to be third. Look out for those fueled up guys. I'm telling you, they are fast here. Now we get to look at fan favorite. You can see that Boulder's Gate paint job. That thing is beautiful. Got great look of it right there. Oh, yeah. That is definitely a nice paint job. Take a look at reigning champion J.R. Miller as he goes out for his lap. Beautiful XF kart truck. Right now has a lap good enough for 18th. We'll see if he can improve that. Will be able to. He'll jump up to 12th. Got Jerry Parker here. His first lap going to be good enough for 19th. We'll see how his second lap shapes up. Yes, Blaney is number 23 in the lineup because you cannot have two number 22s. The programming does not allow it, so it will always bump him up. I actually think we missed the other 22. Jason Blaney. Bigham's his tie. He's fast. We'll ride along with Adam Parks. Jerry Parker able to get a lap good enough for 16th. Not sure, but I think Javon Thompson just getting up to speed here. Jay Wild. Listen, sometimes it's better to start at the back of these things. Things can get chaotic in a hurry. Jay Monin. Am I saying your name right? Is it Monin? Monin? I know you're a newcomer to the series. I just... Yo, indeed. It's a chaotic track. I love it. It's the first one, Monin. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Adam ended up third tonight. So he'll be right up there. It looks like he's between those two teammates. That might make Michael Kelly start behind Chris Stang. I'm sure they would love to have that in the outside line. Hey, Stone Gaming Productions, let me get you guys a shout out here. We don't have anybody else out on the track, but I gotta think that we're getting ready for the everything to advance. We might have Alvin Carter on the track, actually. We do. We'll ride along with Alvin. Yo, indeed, Jay. Indeed. I'm sure it's going to be a heck of a race tonight. Like Alvin bringing it down pit road here. Doesn't look like we're going to have anybody else out on the track. Indeed, there it is. So we can give you the final starting order. Charles Northcutt will be starting on the pole. He is our Jerry Parker Graphics and Handyman Plus pole winner of the day. Remember, Handyman Plus, call for all your decking, roofing, drywall. They literally do it all. Call that number 517-402-7121 and schedule some work today. Also, Jerry Parker Graphics if you need a paint job done for iRacing. The rest of the field, Chris Stang will be second, Adam Parks third, fourth, Michael Kelly fifth, Trevor Haley sixth, Andrew Clough seventh will be Dustin Hicks, Brian Mavel eighth, Blake Jones will be ninth, Kenneth Olive 10th, Travis Swagger 11th, 12th will be Bill Gorman, 13th will be J.R. Miller, Kyle K will be 14th, 15th will be Alvin Carter, 16th will be William Tozer, Tyrone Biggums will be 17th, 18th Jerry Parker, Joe Ibarra will be 19th, 20th will be Johnny James, Jason Blaney will be 21st, Nathan Line 22nd, Jay Monin will be 23rd, 24th will be 25th will be Jordan Whitting, 26th Justin Williams, 27th Marcus Kaiser. Boy, that's a mouthful. Yo, I see you there, Distorted. Yes, Jerry has, I'm sure, painted probably at least half the field, if I had to guess. Let you know if your paint changed. I can do that for you, my friend. Yep, definitely a different paint scheme. For sure. That Factor truck looking good. We will jump back up to the front here. Green flag is out. Chris Stang in the outside. Charles Northcutt down low. Which line will prevail out of two here as things get underway? Looks like we're going to have two packs as some separation is there. We'll see if the outside line will be good. Looks like Chris Stang going to be able to lead lap one. Charles Northcutt and that inside line being propelled by Adam Parks. Parks giving a mighty shove to the back of the 67 truck. Michael Kelly giving a shove to the 72 of Chris Stang. Boy, that was a close one. I think Charles might have led that lap if the live timing did not fail me there. Was super, super close though. Headed into turns 3 and 4 here. Down the front stretch they go. 3 laps already in tonight's books. It's been very clean so far. It looks like that inside line is starting to prevail, if ever so slightly. Take a look back through the pack here. We'll touch on Trevor Haley in the 12. Having a really good day so far. Finds himself in that 5th position. We'll see what he's able to do. As you can see, inside line is just eating up the outside line now. Got Andrew Clough, the other 22, in that outside line. We'll see if the outside line can start to build some momentum back up. Hey, what's good, Shadow? How have you been, fam? Let me get you a shout out. Charles Northcutt still at the front of this pack, but the outside line looks to be recovering a little bit. J.R. Miller up 5 positions from where he started tonight's action. All the way up inside the top 10. We'll see if he can continue his momentum. But it's been going really good. Shadow, hopefully your night's been going well. Back through the pack, Kenneth Olive, right where he started the race, having a solid run inside the top 10 still, is currently 10th. Bill Gorman and Jason Blaney right here fighting for position. Jason Blaney up 9 positions from the start of tonight's action. Showing he knows how to take this thing from the back to the front in a hurry. You can see the outside line has pulled even. Adam Parks going for the lead. We'll see if Adam made that move a little too early and if that outside line can hold momentum. For the moment, though, Adam Parks scored as your new leader. Oh, and Adam gets a little loose off the shove from Chris there. Able to gather it back up. Headed into 3 and 4 now. And it looks like Adam Parks going to really start to take over. Remember, Adam Parks led a bunch of laps last week. Absolutely capable of winning this thing here tonight. He'll slide back down to the inside line. Chris Stang will now take over the position in that outside line. We'll see if Chris able to be fast enough to lead a lap here. Hey, we see you there, Mr. Fork. Listen, Fork, it looks like a lot of laps. I promise you this thing's going to fly by. Much smaller track than what it was last week. Action has been really close on the track here already. With eating dinner. Hey, no problem, Mr. Trills. Shout you out too real quick. Oh, I'll tell you what, we were supposed to light up our cone. Action was so good that we forgot to light the cone. Where is Mr. Kyle K? Kyle K running back here in this second pack of cars. I know you like him some Kyle K. Currently he sits 20th though. Looks like he's riding around waiting for some big time action to happen. Up here at the front, though, we are still double file all the way around this track. I believe Chris Stang able to lead that lap. You can see just how fast that outside line is becoming now. No, Michael Kelly won last week, Trills. That 25 truck. Listen, we could be gearing up to see a domination of field up here tonight. I told y'all, those trucks are fast here for whatever reason. And they're patient. We'll ride with Bill Gorman here Let's jump in the cockpit, see how Mr. Gorman's doing. There you go. Took a lap with Mr. Gorman. That's what it looks like. So when you're behind one of these machines, you don't actually get to see what's around you. They don't get the same cameras that we get up here in the booth. The only camera they have is from the cockpit. So that's just a look inside of what you're looking at when you're racing one of these. You've got a whole truck full of truck in front of you. Oh, and they're wrecking. J.R. Miller involved. 16 of Brian Mavel involved. I think that we had some drivers that made it through. Wow, though, that was so big. I think Justin Williams able to make it through that as well. Tell you what, we'll take a look back at it and see if we can figure out what happened. Oh, Brian Mavel clips the wall, comes down, collects the 78. Looks like those are the two trucks, unfortunately, that were involved. You can see that truck coming off pit road now. Justin Williams chooses to stay out. Interesting decision by the 8. Chris Stang looks like he won the race off pit road. He'll be starting second. Charles Northcutt will be third. Adam Parks fourth and Trevor Haley fifth for your current top 5. What a crazy, crazy wreck that was. That developed so quickly. It looked like Brian Mavel just got loose, clipped the wall, and then came down and collected the 78 truck. So just some racing unfortunate right there. And I see you there, Quest. Crazy to think about. Let's see if we can't jump in one of the team calls and see what they're talking about under caution here.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm definitely not staying up in this front pack after I seen last time. Try to stick with it, but I'm not staying in it. As we're stacking up under caution, what is happening?
So, damn from Jonesy right there. Just unfortunate. I believe they were talking about the accident. The 8 did catch a piece of it. We'll try not to interrupt them while they're talking. We just join, listen in. They don't even have to know that I am there. The 1 to green signal has been given. But yes, Quest, I am doing well. I'm doing very well. As you can see, Thursday Night Thunder has started back up. It has been great. I see we got a new follow from Jonesy there. Interesting restart there. The 8 out to a big lead early right here. Oh, 67 gets a little loose. Big push from Adam Parks there. 12 into the 67. What a mighty shove. The 8 is already falling back here. He'll be on a different pit strategy than everybody else. Trevor Haley in that 12 up high, trying to battle for the lead. Had another follow. Little, thank you so much for the follow. Looks like Trevor Haley going to be able to lead that lap. Outside paid dividends for him. Hey, appreciate that, Strife.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
Yo, we love it. Trevor Haley doing an outstanding job holding on to this lead. Adam Parks is knocking. Adam led earlier in the race. Would not be a shock to see him go back to the front of this thing. Oh, and that was so close, but Trevor Haley again leads at the line. Now remember, early in the run, the inside line had a big advantage. Outside line did not come on super strong till late in that run. And I told y'all this was going to be fast already through a quarter of tonight's action. Looks like Adam Parks going to be able to make his way to the lead. Not going to leave his 22 teammate of Jason Blaney out to dry, though. Not a surprise to see that 22 of Jason Blaney up here towards the front. Up 18 positions, wheeling his machine to the front here in a hurry. You gotta think Adam Parks and the 22 are gonna be able to hold on to the lead here in that outside line. the later that the run goes, especially. Hey, we see you there, Mr. Clouds of Smoke. Let me get you a shout out, fam. Oh, and at the line, it looks like Trevor Haley going to be able to lead that lap. You saw a little bobble out of that 69 truck. Adam Parks able to lead that lap, though, so looks like they have righted the ship for the moment. Take a look back through the field while we're doing some rolling here. Bill Gorman in 10th. Currently up 2 positions from where he started the race. Having an outstanding day, trying to dig deep. Right beside him is the 11 of Dustin Hicks. Marcus Kaiser right behind those two, with Johnny James not far behind. William Tozer is 14th. Joe Ibarra 15th for your top 15. J.R. Miller caught a lap down. Another situation where our reigning champion just having some unfortunate luck. Back up here at the front, though. Chris Stang will take the lead in the outside line. Him and Adam Parks link up again. I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with Adam Parks. How often he has been at the front of these things. And hopefully this week he's able to close one of these out. I know he would absolutely love to close it out. Clouds of Smoke asks, who do I want to win? Listen, I do not have a preferred driver to win. Honestly, I would love it if any one of these guys won it, as long as it's a good, clean, fast race. And these guys, they're the best at that, you know? Only have one caution here tonight. This is a tricky track, too. Not your standard big-time super speedway, you know? You got to do a little bit of driving here. A little bit of wheeling. Tell you what, outstanding run for Trevor Haley here tonight in that 12-2. Like the outside starting to die off a little bit there. That's not the 22 I wanted. That's the 22 I wanted. Problems may be occurring for that 22 truck. Also possible that he's had his fun and is tucking back into safety if he feels like it's going to get choppy. 3 wide, it's a little choppy where he currently is. My goodness. That could have been bad. Here comes Jason Blaney roaring back in that outside line. Seems to have found his rhythm yet again. Trevor Haley, Chris Stang continuing to battle it out for the lead. It's going to be interesting to see how long that bottom can hang on these long runs. You saw last run that it started to fade just a little bit. Right now, both lines appear to be equal. Oh, and they're wrecking. They are wrecking. I'm not sure who all it involved. Jason Blaney, definitely one of them. Looks like Blake Jones involved as well. My goodness. 13 of Bill Gorman. Looks like he might have caught a piece of that as well. We will definitely take a look back at what happened there. Riding with Jason Blaney. Oh, and it looked like the 22 got loose. Came up, contacted him. Really unfortunate there. Let's take a look back at who all might have been involved. Looks like we had 2 wrecks. We'll ride with Bill Gorman this time. Oh, Bill Gorman goes up, hits the wall, collects the 7. Oh, that is unfortunate. We'll take a look back at the front here and see who won the race off pit road. Had some drivers stay out to get their lap back. Perhaps banking on an early caution the next time around. Do have some guys coming down pit road here. The 8, the 24, the 69. Look how clean some of these guys are just pulling in. Adam parked always smooth with it. Got his truck parked in a good direction too. He's on and off in a hurry. Chris Stang gonna stay out. Trevor Haley will be to his outside. We'll see if now that the rules are reversed, the 12 might be able to have the upper hand over that 72 of Chris Stang. Right, appreciate you being here. We can definitely take a rip, fam. Some green to celebrate the green. Yo, that was a rough crash indeed. Not the roughest I've seen, but rough for sure. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Get you your shout out too. I don't know why I did it twice, but green flag back out. Chris Stang gonna have a great restart there. That gonna allow these guys to potentially come and catch him and pass him in a hurry, though. You never want to be too far out front. To the outside, the 12 will go. The 3 is going to try to get to the back of the 12 bumper. 12 blinks in and out for a second. That's a scary thing to have happen at the front of this field. .72 going to slide up in front of the 12. .72 knows where he wants to be tonight. We have another caution. I'm not too sure what happened. Definitely some trucks spaced out. We'll see if we can't find the last caution that just happened. All right, we're going to get a good look at it here. Brian Mabel up into the wall again, collects the 78 again. My goodness, top break for J.R. Miller tonight. Really unfortunate. Was that the first wreck? Listen, that was the one it put me to when I clicked last crash. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe it involved the 57. Let's see. It's possible that they threw a competition yellow. Nope, nope, nope. Found it. Riding with the 57 here. He's the one that gets into the wall. Ends up coming down. And then Brian Mabel into the back of him. Tough break for Brian Mabel. That's how he knew what happened there. You hate to see it. Lights on the pace truck are out. We'll have to light it again. Get the green going for the green. Oh, that is really unfortunate, Brian. You hate to see it. Pace truck is in. Trevor Haley, Charles Northcutt.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Boy, that inside line just seems to have had something figured out all night. These restarts are just, they're crushing it. Of Trevor Haley thinking about sliding up. So is the 11. For now, though, outside line is just falling further and further behind. 21 of Joe Ibarra out in front of that. Keep an eye on these front few trucks just in case one of them feels froggy. We are almost halfway through tonight's action, so look for the intensity to begin to build. Like, for the moment, everybody content to be on that inside line. I think if we see a move, it might be Charles Northcutt into the outside line. He's been up inside the top 5 for pretty much the entire night tonight. Michael Kelly, the next car that could jump out. Outside line is just falling further and further behind. Let's check in with Kyle K. I know he's a crowd favorite. Not the typical day you would expect from Kyle. Running in about 16th. It's very possible he's just trying to conserve his stuff for the end of this. Jerry Parker having a quiet night. Looks like he's just riding around back here, enjoying the view of things. Has plenty of time to react if something goes bad in front of him. And based on where we've been over the last 60 laps, you got to think that that strategy is paying dividends right now. He probably still has his quick repair left. Nobody's behind him to run into him. He gets to dictate the action from here, so to speak, for himself. Jump up here to the front again. Doesn't look like much action has unfolded here. You gotta be thinking one of these guys may get tired of running nose to tail. While the action is unfolding here, let's go ahead and spark back up. Give ourselves a nice little cheers. We have lost 2 cars here tonight. Brian Mavel and Nathan Line both out of tonight's action, unfortunately. Tough break for Brian. Was having some solid runs. Just unable to finish here tonight. That's not a testament to how good of a driver he is. He just got caught up in too many wrecks here. Well, let's ride around, take a lap with JR Miller, who has rebounded quite nicely here. Like, we lost JR Miller there for a second. That's all right. Biggest mover of the race so far. Oh, and we have a caution. Looks like it involved JR Miller again, possibly. And I cannot tell. That Jason Blaney might have been involved too. Let's take a look back at what happened. Oh. And it looks like Jason Blaney slides up the track, ends up collecting an innocent bystander there. Oh, that's unfortunate. You hate to see it. It might have been Johnny James. It was Johnny James. Ah, that's unfortunate. Take a look back at the race off pit road here. Bill Gorman in and out in a hurry. Looks like he might be at the front of this thing. Trevor Haley, Dustin Hicks, Blake Jones, your top 4. Charles Northcutt for your top 5. Interesting shakeup here. As again, this race flipped on its head. That might put JR Miller out of this thing. Not sure if he has a quick repair. Looks like he is indeed out. Tough break for the defending champion. That 78 truck was fast early in this race and Just tough to see him have the struggles he has here tonight. One to green signal has been given. We get ready to restart this one. We'll see if Atlanta proves too tricky to tame for anybody else here. It'll be Bill Gorman and Trevor Haley who will restart us here. '22 has been good on restarts at finding the bottom early. Green flag will fly. Bill Gorman off to a great restart that time. No room for the 12 to slide down. The 11 really did a nice job on that restart. Now we'll see if he decides to take it to the outside. Does not look for the moment like he's interested in that lead. He'll give Bill another good shove coming out of this corner. Bill Gorman going to be able to lead that lap. Under 48 laps to go here. Well past the halfway point. Bill Gorman, Charles Northcutt continuing to battle it out here. Looks like the outside line is picking up momentum. Warp said he got a lap back. That is nice. Love to see it. Charles Northcutt able to slide down in front of the 13. Have another caution. Looks like Javon Thompson may be involved. Chris Stang may be involved. Oh no, this spells disaster. Let's take a look back and see if we can see what happened. Riding with Chris Stang here. Oh, and he flips the wall, comes down, collects Kyle K, collects other drivers, the 93 of Javon Thompson, the 00 of Johnny James, who I'm sure had just got that truck all fixed up. That is unfortunate. You can see Atlanta proving to be a wild track here tonight. Really, really unfortunate for some of those drivers involved. It does look like the 8 of Justin Williams is going to be able to find his way back to the lead lap. Somehow, some way, he has fought back. We'll see if any other drivers will be added to our out list. You can see the field is starting to dwindle down a little bit. Looks like Kyle K is going to have to take his quick repair there. We'll see if he does. He might not. He could just get that damage fixed. Looks like that might be what he's doing. See if that ends up putting him a lap down or not here. Remember, in order to win this race, you have to survive this race. Lots of cautions here tonight, and it's really just a testament to how tough this track is to drive. It is just not like your other super speedways. Once those tires start wearing just a little bit, things get shaken up in a hurry. So this time up at the front, Charles Northcutt will be on the bottom. Bill Gorman will be to his right. Hey, what? This is shaping up to be one of those kind of endings. Those storybook endings for somebody. Could we potentially see somebody get their first win in the Thursday Night Thunder Series tonight? Could we have a veteran, sneaky veteran, find his way to the front and win? I think we know who I'm talking about. I think Jerry Parker has a good chance to be that veteran. That veteran, you know, he's got that dog in him. Could definitely bounce back and find himself at the front at the end of this thing.
Green flag, green flag.
Charles Northcutt, Bill Gorman headed into turn 1. Looks like the outside line is falling back just a little. Push out of the 11 of Dustin Hicks that time. It's going to keep that outside line in this thing. We are about to approach the 40 to go mark. This thing is far from over, but feels so close to the ending. '93 of Javon Thompson going to get out of the way. You can see the outside line starting to falter a little bit. Oh, and that looked like the 11 blinked in and out for just a brief second. Don't look now, but veteran championship talent here. Travis Swagger has wheeled that 7 to the front. Charles Northcutt and Bill Gorman continuing to duke it out up here at the front. You can see the outside line slowly starting to build momentum again. Once they get it, it becomes the faster line by just a little bit. The 12 going to the outside. Trevor Haley trying to take the lead here. Very clutch move out of the 12 there. The 13 will now have to get around the 12 if he wants to lead this. Ooh, the 11 gets loose in the corner. That usually has a stack-up effect back through the field. Looks like everybody going to be able to hang on here. Jason Blaney will hang it in the outside line. Just trying to get a point stay out of today. Looks like that outside line is starting to fall back again. Like the 3 trying to form a third lineup here. Now he's falling back hard as a result of it. It's really unfortunate for Kenneth Olive. Another lap truck down low. That looked to be Jerry Parker, unfortunately. Trevor Haley seems to have this thing under control for the moment. I say that, but Chris Stang is pushing that 13 hard. We know that there is some serious speed in that 72. Would be a very impressive jump up from him after having the earlier accident. He is on the move to the front. $72 looks like he's going to tuck in line in that 4th position. Oh, my bad, guys. Only have about 20 cars on the lead lap here tonight. We'll check in with crowd favorite Kyle K. Seems to be bouncing back up to 12th right now. You can see everybody pretty much running single file at this point. It's always a great picture when you can see these guys running nose to tail all the way back through the field. You can just see everybody content to wait for the moment and pick their position of attack later in this race. especially those guys that, you know, don't have any quick repairs. They can only afford one more accident, or they can't afford any accident. You have one more, you're parking it for the day pretty much. That being said, we have not seen the big one yet. Big one usually rears its ugly head towards the end of these things. A little bit of damage to the front of Tyrone Biggums. Still has that truck in ninth for the moment. Gary Parker down on the apron again. Really unfortunate for that 20 truck. An opportunity to be there at the end. You hate to see it for him. One of the faster drivers just unfortunately caught up in an early accident. Trevor Haley and Charles Northcutt, your top two. Dustin Hicks, Chris Stang, Travis Swagger, your top five. Hey, you have a good night too, Mr. Clyde. Appreciate you being here, fam. I swear, I just looked a second ago and we had 40 to go. Now, down to 25 to go in this thing. This is where it gets down to the nitty-gritty here. These laps are gonna tick by fast. Don't look now. Justin Williams appears to be trying to form an outside line. He slowly is picking up positions too. We'll see if anybody wants to jump out. Looks like Bill Gorman gonna jump on out with Mr. Williams here. We'll see if that encourages anybody up at the front to join them. I feel like if any of these guys jump out into that outside line, you're going to start seeing a wave effect of it happening back through the pack. There's another blink from the 11th. Oh, are we seeing some wrecks? We are. Oh my goodness. Looks like Tyrone Carlito involved. Let's take a look back at what happened. When you can see 7 comes up onto the track, it worries the 773. Up into Kyle K he goes. That truck has definitely seen better days. These guys have let it all hang out here tonight. Got Trevor Haley in the 12, will lead them down pit road. I imagine we're going to see just about everybody come down pit road. In fact, everybody on the lead lap does come down pit road. We got a good chance to see who will win the race off pit road. Looks like Charles Northcutt, followed by Adam Parks, Dustin Hicks, Trevor Haley, and Chris Stang for your top 5 off pit road. I'll tell you what, we're going to be under 20 laps to go. So I feel like now is go time. I feel like we're in that window where you gotta make your moves up to the front. You do not want to be mid-pack when the big one happens. You can see these guys really letting it hang out, trying to get to the front in some cases. It's tricky. I believe Johnny James caught up in that one a little bit as well. Still just 20 on the lead lap here. Johnny James is at the back of those lead lap drivers. Kyle K got fixed what he could. He's praying the big one happens and he can somehow find a way through it. It's been a really tough night for Kyle K in that 24 Boulders Gate truck. Hate to see it. So it'll be Charles Northcutt and Adam Parks who will lead us to the green flag. The 1 to green signal has been given.
Green, green, green.
Green flag flies. Looked like a good restart for that outside line. Inside line not particularly grouped. Now Chris Stang able to close the gap. Provides a big shove to the 67. These last 18 laps, it's going to be a drag race to the start-finish line each and every time. Charles Northcutt able to be the one to the line first that time. I'll tell you what, Chris Stang has rebounded nicely from his earlier accident. Finds himself second right now. To the outside he will go. It's going to allow that 99 truck to take over second on the inside. Great run for the 99 of Blake Jones. Adam Parks and Chris Stang up high is going to be hard to handle. '67 gonna be able to lead the lap again. That outside line does not have a lot of time to build up the momentum. Just 15 laps remain. Virtually even through the corner there. Chris Stang is going to take that one. Sideline all of a sudden coming to life. Adam Parks and Chris Stang know what it's going to take to lead a lap now. That time by Charles Northcutt, able to lead that lap. Tell you what, he may decide to swing it topside and try to block if the opportunity arises in the final 10 laps. The 99 thinking about going to the outside line. Decides against it. Ooh, and a little wobble that time. These front two are playing a dangerous game. And don't look now, but last week's winner, Michael Kelly, up inside the top three. 99 to the outside. Oh boy. Things are getting tighter. Just 10 laps to go. Charles Northcutt and Blake Jones taking turns with their nose out front. Looks like it'll be Charles Northcutt at the line. 9 to go. I'll tell you what, Michael Kelly looking really good late in this thing. He has an outside shot to win 2 weeks in a row. That outside line is hanging strong right now. You can see the 72 and the 99 trying to battle back in that outside line. Adam Parks able to get back to the bumper of the 72. Bill Gorman, he could make the decision to slide up here. Outside line losing momentum heavily. The 773 to the outside. Tyrone Biggums. Oh, they are wrecking. They are wrecking. Chris Stang involved. Oh, that is a tough break. Carlito Biggums also involved. We will take a look back at what happened. Hey, my apologies, Bugaboo. Hit you with that shout out now. And I don't know if that was the last pit stop. We might see somebody take tires that are at the back. Let's take a look back at what happened. Tyrone Carlito looks like he might have had a little help around from the 99. The 72, unfortunately, caught in the crossfire. You can see that truck sitting on pit road right now. My goodness. This thing is not over. 5 laps to go. I believe we're going to see a green-white checkered here. Unless we get the 1 to go signal this next time by. Well, no. If we get the 1 to go, yes, green-white checkered. Yo, I'm working on my associates of technology. I love it, fam. Yo, let's take a rip. Welcome in, welcome in. You're catching the end of this
I'll
thing.
smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
Indeed, indeed. Let's do it. Charles Northcutt, Michael Kelly. Oh. Yo, indeed, indeed, click. Action's gonna be tight again here. Yo, indeed it is 420 somewhere.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Great restart for the inside line. It's going to be really hard in 3 laps for that outside line to get the momentum it needs. Who to go next time by? 99 gonna try his luck in that outside lane. Charles Northcutt, Bill Gorman, your top two. 1 to go, this time by. Next flag ends it. Oh, and they are wrecking indeed. There will be no caution. Indeed, Charles Northcutt at the line, able to win week 2 here at Atlanta. Wow, what a drive out of that 67 truck. Bill Gorman, Kenneth Olive, the rest in your top 3. We will have to see if they are available for an interview here. We'll watch as 67 gets to burn them down. What a beautiful run for Charles Northcutt here tonight. Certainly earned that first place. Doesn't look like we have Mr. Northcutt in the Discord available for an interview, but we'll give him a little bit to get in. Kenneth Olive would ideally be our first interview, but it doesn't look like he is in the Discord. I can't find him at all, so more than likely we'll not get an interview out of him. Bill Gorman also not seeing in the Discord. Hey, thank you for the follow, Click. All right, well, let's see if we can get an interview from somebody else in the top 5. All right, we'll grab Trevor Haley here. Trevor, Tyler, up in the booth. You got me, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so you managed to take 4th tonight. It has to feel good to take a top 5. Walk us through the final laps and your strategy and how it all played out for you.
Yeah, I just wanted to stay up towards the front most of the race because I knew it was going to be hard to make your way back up there. And then we had that last caution, and I just got stuck on the top behind people and just continued to fall back and just wasn't able to get back up there.
That is unfortunate, but at least you walk away with the top 5. Is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out before we let you go?
I'd like to thank everybody watching. I'd like to thank all my teammates at Smoke Motorsports, and hopefully we can get them a win next week.
Absolutely, brother. I'll go ahead and get you moved back down.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was your 4th place finisher, Trevor Haley. Doesn't look like anybody in our top 3 is available for an interview. We'll go ahead and see if one of our drivers is live to raid off to. If not, we will find ourselves another raiding victim and we'll raid off to them. I know who we can raid off to here. All right, I know who we can pass the love off to. I appreciate everybody that came out to tonight's action. If you enjoyed it, back here next Thursday, same time, right around 9:30. We go live, we show practice, we show the qualifying, and we also show you the updated points starting next week. So come on out, have a good time. It is going to be a heck of a show. Much love, guys.